Hey guys.
Hi guys.
Alright, so I have a very exciting video for you guys today, I think.
I think so.
This is something we've been very excited to get. It's been a while. I think we pre-ordered it maybe 6 months ago.
Yes.
And if you guys have watched our channel lately, you know we're big fans of Tweeterhead now. Tweeterhead made statues, they made classic Batman statues. They've done a lot of things, but ever since they hired the Paul Harding Studios to do their sculptures, I feel like they've taken a jump in quality, a huge jump. You got your Harley Quinn one a few months ago.
I love it so much.
If you guys haven't seen that review, we'll put a little, you know, question mark eyeball things or whatever, eyes or whatever, for you guys to check that video out. But we were highly, highly impressed with it. The size, it being so dynamic and interesting and new as far as Harley goes. We were blown away.
It's honestly my favorite Harley statue. Once I got it in hand, I was like, this is just, there's just so much quality put into it. And it's just amazing.
I know we always go back and forth, what's the best Harley Quinn statue we have, whether it's the Mondo version or the Tweeterhead.
That's true.
And it sort of always changes because they're so different in
I know,
a lot of
and
ways.
we have so many Harley statues. Those are definitely the top two in our collection, but I don't know. I think Tweeterhead really is the best for me.
So today we are going to review the Joker version of Tweeterhead. If you guys are familiar with the Super Powers line from Tweeterhead, you know that there's a Harley Quinn, we've seen a Mr. Mix-a-Pickle, there's a Wonder Woman out there, there's a ton of different ones out there, and I'm excited as far as what Paul Harding Studios is doing with these because we see a Martian Manhunter coming out that we have on pre-order, a Batman that looks absolutely amazing. It's something different as far as what I've seen for Batman for a long time, so I'm excited about that too. So without further ado, we've talked enough. Let's get into this bad boy. I love the box art. I love how it's gold sort of foiled on it and shiny.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing about it because not only does it pop out like the title over here, but you have the company name and then of course the star banner. It just is amazing.
Looks
and then
great.
The DC logo.
Yeah. So it's 1/6 scale, which means it's pretty decent size. Let's open it. Alrighty, let's get the top piece off and take out the bottom here.
That thing is heavy.
Now we have a big foam block, which is always fun. And does it say a top and a bottom? Do we know what? I don't know.
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does either, so this is going to be a total guess. Maybe that's something for Tweeterhead to work on. We don't know what's the top and what's the bottom, but I guess we'll find out. Anybody else really love the smell of opening styrofoam for your statues?
I know, it drives me nuts.
You can smell the paint, you can smell the foam, and then just added in the excitement of seeing a new statue. I get very excited. So let's pop the top and see what we got here. Oh, well, we guessed right. That's good, at least.
Oh my gosh, look how bright it is.
Smell that?
Yeah, that'll get you.
Woo! That's some strong paint. Okay, so let's take out the base here. That's going to be the most important thing, I think.
Right.
Harley had a great base, and of course, I've already seen what's going on with this. I've looked at pictures very closely. When you spend, you know, a decent amount of money for a statue, you're going to look pretty hardcore into what it looks like before you buy it. But
the bases for these are so heavy, and that's pretty important because of how tall these characters are. You don't want them to fall over. Absolutely,
and these are pretty heavy. They're not like too heavy to the point where it's kind of annoying, but the style and the art of it is great. This is just a tiled floor with a bunch of Joker cards.
Checkerboard.
Yeah, I mean, great. And then it still has that same bottom base that Harley had where it looks sort of like a stage.
Right. Oh, yes!
Yeah, so let's put that down here and grab, I guess grab his body out and see what we got here.
Okay, let's see here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. My. This is fantastic. Whew! That is a strong paint smell right there.
Okay, so right off the bat, I'm going to say I love that everything that's usually white on Joker isn't white. They've sort of washed it out to the point where it's sort of beige. Yeah, cream, old, dirty, you know, what have you. So let's figure out how to put him in there. There should be a peg hole somewhere. I assume right there.
Right there, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he just drops right in there. Pretty easy. And really good looking. I like the size of this thing so far.
Do you want to get his arm or his head?
I don't know. Let's go for the smoke or whatever, the poison gas, because I think that goes behind him. Okay, so this is a big chunk of poison gas. And to be honest, it feels a little loose. Feel that. So
oh, I heard it when you did that.
You feel that?
Yeah.
It feels a little loose. Not to the point where I think it'll come off.
It's
but just something I want to say. But very, very cool. Look at that, the tank. Look at that, how it's spraying out. That looks like it's coming out fast.
Are the Joker cards flimsy? No, not at all.
Not flimsy.
They
could
look
break,
like they're paper, though.
Alright, so let's shove that in there. Again, it just goes on with a peg. And now we're cooking. Now it's looking awesome. Okay, so let's go for... Probably the head. So just off looking at the head sculpt, look at that head sculpt. Is that not great?
The head sculpt is fantastic. He looks so maniacal. I love how his hair is just kind of crazy, and then you get to see all of the detail and wrinkles in his face and those nasty teeth. I just love it.
Don't you love the color of his face? It's not so bright. It's toned down.
Right. It makes him look even more sadistic.
Yeah, it's washed out in purple too, which is great. So that'll just fit right in there in the peg. Pretty easy there as well. And I guess all we have now is the hand and the mallet, which is pretty interesting, Joker, to have a mallet. Ooh. Oh, so we have two options maybe? Does the mallet have a hand connected to it?
No, it does not.
So it looks like we could put the card hand on there. Where does the mallet go? Oh, in the ground.
Oh, yes, like this.
Yeah, it just pegs right into the ground. Oh, look at the freaking mallet.
Oh, wow, I didn't even notice that.
Holy crap, guys. So you really can't see it on camera here, but I'll show you a picture of it. It's like Pinocchio Joker.
Yes. It's definitely Pinocchio Joker.
Or like a tiki almost too, because it's wood. Oh my god, that is awesome.
Like the geeky tiki.
And the J on the front end of it. Okay.
This is fantastic.
I'm a big fan of that.
That should be made as a mug somehow.
Now the question will be is how to get that on.
Yeah, that's kind of why I gave it to him. Like, here you go, you can figure this one out.
So I guess that fits in his hand, maybe?
I think it just sets in front of him.
Let me get a look at him a little easier here, because this seems to be a little difficult for me. That doesn't seem right. Where's the picture? We need a picture here. Let me take him out and put that in first. And then...
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. Perfect.
So you gotta do that. You gotta put the mallet on first. We don't read directions, but I guess we probably should have in this case. Woo! Look at this thing, man.
That thing is amazing. Out of all of the Joker statues, I know I've said this about Harley, but I think this is probably one of my favorite Joker statues that we own.
I agree. I agree 100% with that statement. It's different.
It is.
Which is great. There's so many interpretations of Joker, and they always do so a lot lately. Ever since the Arkham games come out, a lot of people are nailing that Joker look, that thin, tall, creepy looking just Joker.
Yes.
That's what we're seeing a lot. Now that's kind of, I guess, some of the influence.
And I feel like that's the Joker that a lot of people are familiar with, that like gangly type of Joker.
That's what I like.
And I like it too.
Personally.
I mean, I think that kind of person would be creepy as a Joker.
Yeah, also, I look at him as when he has long arms and he's sort of crazy.
Yeah.
He's going to be swinging knives and everything, and that's kind of how I would see, well, how can you fight Batman?
Yeah.
I see it there. He's just so tall and lanky, he kind of can. He's hard to get a hold of, you know? But, okay, so looking at this statue here, first off, when I look at it, that smoke, that poison gas coming out.
It's amazing.
Whatever they've used to you know, the resin and that green color in it is absolutely beautiful. It really pulls Joker forward from the backdrop, which is amazing, right? I mean, my God.
It's fantastic, and I like how you said the separation, but I like how they've added the cards in it, and because of the color of the resin, you can see the detail of the card through the resin, and I think that's amazing.
And the resin is clear. It might be a little hard, but if you had a light behind it, you can install light behind it. It could look amazing. Have that light and scatter all over the floor and everything. I can already see some green scattering on the floor on the base of this, which is great.
Like a reflection of it.
I also love the tank on the other side that doesn't have poison gas, but it has the doll of Robin.
The voodoo doll of Robin.
This is something they've been doing on all these Tweeterheads. They have little, I guess voodoo dolls of all the different characters on these lines, on these setups, which I think
it's kind of fun. It's like a little hidden gem. Like, where can you find this?
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of that. Again, the mallet. I mean,
I think the mallet steals
didn't even know
the show.
that. I didn't even really look at that. I mentioned earlier that I really pay attention to something before I buy it. I apparently wasn't there.
Yeah, evidently you dropped the ball on that one.
Base is great. Again, it's going to match what Harley is. The sculpt is fantastic. I mean, it's just great. They even have pinstripes on the pants, which that's always hard to do when you really think about it.
Right.
When somebody in a factory has to figure out how to paint pinstripes, a lot of times you're going to have some difficulties, but
I'm glad that, like, talking about the pants, that they added the iron creases on the front of that. I think that is something that Joker would definitely do, and I'm glad that they added that.
Yeah, I agree too. Colors are great. Upper portion of the body is great. Holding the cards, I love how he has just like the fingers like, ha! You can just hear him. It's really telling a story. And then again, the face sculpt on it is great. Typically I like my Joker face to be bright white so it sticks out. But in this case, I like it toned down.
I like it toned down too, because I feel like if it was very bright and in your face, it would take away from the base and the poison gas, because I feel like that is more where it pulls you. It's like, look at all this down here, but also like the face is fantastic as well.
I just love the green scattering light that's causing. Now, if you guys are on Instagram, if you guys get on Instagram, you can check out Paul Harding's Instagram page, because he shows a lot of his sculpts that he's doing for Tweeterhead. And the Joker is on there too, so you can see something a little different where it's not painted. You can see actually the quality of the sculpt. Sometimes you don't really, once paint gets on it, you don't really realize how cool the sculpt is or how good or how well done the sculpt is.
Right.
So I'll throw a picture in here so you guys can check it out. You can see how great that sculpt is. It really is truly fantastic. Now I think we have to grab the Harley statue.
Oh yeah, comparison.
And put it beside there. I mean, that's only going to be right. Alrighty, so there he is with Harley. And again, that's what I like. I like your it's very dynamic. That's the number one thing. And I love how they add these thin, transparent resins of whether it's smoke and fire from Harley on her booster pack or Joker and the poison gas. Now, again, we talked about how they have little dolls or whatever in them. Joker has Robin. Of course, you know why. If you guys are following Batman, you know that he kills Robin. And then, oh, spoiler! It's an old book. It's been out like 20 years or something. I don't know. It's been a while. And then maybe 30 years. Holy crap! And then Harley has a little Batman one too. Now we told you earlier that he set on a stage. And that is, it's a little different with Harley because Harley actually, she has a separate stage that you put on her base because she's so tall.
Right.
So you actually have to put that down if you'd like. And then you can see how much taller she is when on that base.
She's soaring above him.
Which I actually like because if you're, depending on how you're going to pose these, you know, you can put her sort of behind him.
Yes.
And the shapes of these stages are octagons so they can kind of,
I've never even thought about that, but I love that dynamic.
I mean, doesn't that look great? I mean,
yes.
Doesn't that look great together? I love that. That's just,
I do too.
It's fantastic.
I think that's how we're gonna display them for sure.
And for the price, these are priced about the same price as a hot toy.
Yeah.
So you know, if you want,
they're worth it.
Yeah, I mean, if you'd really rather have maybe a statue with dynamic stuff in the background and the base and everything like that instead of a hot toy, again, they're the same price. So you know, you can kind of pick and choose. They're both 1/6 scale.
For me, I prefer a statue over a hot toy because I can't envision like posing a hot toy in something that would look as awesome as this. So I'd rather have someone do that work for me, get my statue, and just pull this beautiful thing out and put it on the shelf and be like, that's it. It's nailed it. I don't have to do anything else.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think that way. Yeah. A lot of people, and not only that. I mean, for me personally, I like hot toys too because of the material. I love you know, having soft goods on them. But again, I think you're totally right. When they're able to set a stage here for you, it's really cool, and I love it.
Plus, like with hot toys and stuff, like if the cloth gets dirty, you have to worry about dust and things. With statues, it's easy to clean off, easy to take care of, low maintenance, and that's why I'm a statue person.
You don't have to worry about the clothes ripping or eventually wearing down over time. But yeah, I mean, just look how great that looks. I can't wait to get everything else. We basically, we pre-ordered most of the stuff as far as what's coming out. Definitely what Paul Harding's doing because everything he's doing is great. Everything the studio's doing
Everything
is
he's
great.
touching is gold, and I'm like, gotta have it.
So, and it's hard to find cool, good statues like this for a good price right now.
It is.
Alrighty, guys, let me know what you think. Is this not cool? Because to me, I think this is fantastic, and I think that it's a huge upgrade from what we've seen lately in the statue world. Again, we're big statue collectors, so that's something we do. We collect mostly, and we can say the last time we've seen a line that we've been very impressed with is probably the Bombshell line.
Yes.
And
I love the Bombshells
it's different, it's new, it's a great price for the Bombshells. They're posed, they got bases.
Yeah, you really can't go wrong with them, and I really enjoy that line. It's probably my favorite line, but this line is really pulling on my heartstrings, and I have a feeling this one's going to take me away from them for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to build this.
I do too. I want a diorama, something.
Yes. So cool. So let us know in the comments down below, guys. What do you think? Thank you again, guys, for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys. Bye.